What could have happened to the goddess? Koda should have some answers at least.
Fadiel, the world as it was once known in the distant past, was made up of 5 realms: the spirit realm, the mortal realm, the mystic realm, the ethereal realm, and the arboreal realm. Mana power once flowed freely through these places, and Fadiel knew only peace and prosperity. Until one day, mortals, in their greed, sought to use that power for warfare. The flow of mana was disrupted, and the 5 realms became perilously unbalanced. The mortal realm consumed an enormous amount of mana, plunging the mystic realm, home to the benevodons, into disarray. The divide between the realms weakened to the point that all worlds merged into one. When the mana dried up, the monsters unleashed their wrath.
The discord that had driven people to degrade the powers of mana ended, and their battle against the benevodons began.
The goddess wished to save the mortals from suffering at the hands of the benevodons. So she asked Fairy, her emissary, to find Deilephos, name him her champion, and bequeath unto him the mana sword. And as promised, he successfully subdued all 8 benevodons. However, he refused to return the mana sword, and instead swore revenge against the goddess, after the death of Cerulia.
Is that what changed Deilephos so drastically?
He lost the person most dear to him.
That sounds kind of familiar.
Sounds like Deilephos couldn't come to terms with her passing.
Indeed, Deilephos saw no reason to care about a world bereft of the one he loved. So he turned against the mana goddess.
So he's Sorrow from Dragon Quest.
She ended up using all her strength to preserve a corrupted world. With her power exhausted, the goddess then fell into a deep sleep. It was up to the guardian of the sanctuary, namely me, to stand against Deilephos with the help of the elementals. But it was not enough. We struck each other at the same time, resulting in his stone imprisonment and my destruction. Only my will survived. If only I had been stronger.
So, Koda, Deilephos, and I all carry the same pain within us.
So you're the one responsible for that boulder by the entrance, huh, Koda?
Yes, though he managed to break free regardless. With the help of the elementals, I was able to divide Deilephos' terrible power and seal it away with the benevodons scattered across the land. But I underestimated the strength of his hatred. His power was steeped in animosity, which bled into the surrounding lands, creating horrible disasters in its wake. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure. The wind will rage and the winged fall flightless. Pure waters will run foul and disease spread. Soil that once brought life turns all to dust and stone. Verdant lands will wither away and seeds will cease to sprout. The glaring light will obscure the boundaries of reality. Darkness will deepen, breeding monsters in its wake. The moon's hold over time will splinter, depriving all beings of logic. What people refer to as prophesied disasters are actually the curse of Deilephos' power upon the land.
Then, the source of these disasters was never the benevodons at all. It was a curse, brought about by a single man's folly, from the very start.
Strong emotions revitalize mana power. In addition, Deilephos had access to the energy from the mana sword itself. The elementals tried to stop Deilephos' curse from running rampant. Their powers suppressed the worst effects from taking hold. But with the 5 realms now combined, the flow of mana slowed to a trickle. Elementals couldn't maintain that balance indefinitely. And so, without anything to check its dangerous powers, the effects of the curse spread throughout the entire world. Tortured by the curse of Deilephos, mortals turned to the goddess for help and offered up sacrifices. Alms. Alms would travel to the mana tree and freely give up their souls, their life force, to the sleeping goddess. As I mentioned, strong emotions bring about mana power. With the souls from faithful alms, the flow of mana was rejuvenated, for a time. Powers restored, the elementals could once again suppress the effects of the curse. But after 4 years, their stores of mana would once again run dry.
That's why the alms have to go to the mana tree to stop disaster from befalling our villages.
At the end of their pilgrimage, I would change the alms into core stones to give to the goddess.
Core stones? Wait, you can...
Yes, Val. Your ability was passed down through my bloodline. Originally, it was used to return monsters to the flow of mana. Reintroducing life into the flow of mana was how Fadiel maintained balance.
So then, what I did to Hina...
Oh, Val.
Sooner or later, that fate was waiting for her in the end.
Yes, as it waits for all alms who come to the mana tree. Your souls will be given to the goddess to protect the cycle of mana, including the soul of the Alm of Earth that you possess.
Liza's?
This is all we can do until the mana goddess reawakens.
What's that?
Oh no, disturbing our peace? How dare they?
The barrier is under siege.
Oh, what is going on? It's probably the benevodons. Looks like they're trying to break through.
This is Deilephos' doing.
Was that the moon one? I do like that they changed most of the benevodon designs. Some of them were the same, like the dark one was the same, but all the others are like very different designs.
What'll happen to the sanctuary?
There is no need for alarm. Benevodons hold great power, not as great as the sanctuary itself.
Was that giant frog? Is that the water one? No, the water one was the crocodile. That must be the moon one, maybe. We didn't have the budget to continue that cutscene.
They're retreating.
Oh. Good.
There is no sign of the man himself. Perhaps Deilephos intended this attack to serve as a diversion?
Deilephos and the benevodons are still a threat to us all, just like in the past.
Things aren't looking so good for the world if these monsters run free.
If the goddess is unable to grant us aid, we must muster our own forces. It is our chance to fix the future.
Our loved ones need protection. I'll do it alone if I have to.
We've already defeated 3 of these things. The remaining 5 will be a piece of cake.
Coda, we need time. I promise we will offer up our souls, but we have to take care of the world first. We will stop the rest of the benevodons and Deilephos before he hurts anyone else.
I do not have the power to stop you either way. Do what you feel is right. The decision to fight should be left to the living. It is your duty, as protecting the sanctuary is mine. I believe your group of alms has untold potential to rejuvenate the flow of mana. And more.
More what?
It is not important. What matters is that as long as Delafos has the Mana Sword, he will continue his assault on the Sanctuary, and the goddess kept safe within.
Then we'll just have to reclaim the sword ourselves. It's the only way to keep disaster at bay.
Returning the sword to its rightful place wouldn't hurt either.
You should keep the core stone of the Alm of Earth. Abiding by the will of the Alms is important, after all.
Coda is putting a lot of faith in you. I think you'll be able to handle the road ahead as well.
Vidiz has also acknowledged their worthiness. It is time that I trusted in people once more. Though I cannot lend you my own power, I can at least release that of this little one.
Oh, I knew it! I knew Ramco was gonna be Flammie. I mean, it was kind of obvious from the start. Guardian of the Sanctuary. Oh, we're done with Chapter 6? I had a feeling Ramco was gonna be Flammie. It was either Ramco was gonna be Flammie or Ramco was gonna be like a descendant of Flammie. Like Ramco was gonna lead us to Flammie. Or Ramco is just straight up Flammie. Which makes more sense.
Ramco, is that you? What happened to you?
I do believe this is the sacred beast Flammie. Ramco must have been Flammie the entire time. Flammie has made many documented visits to our world, but I never dreamed I would be in her presence.
Oh, I get it. Ramco is just another form of Flammie to begin with.
Her wings are the fastest way to convey you to the benevodons. Make haste, Alms.
Thanks.
Why would you jump on my head? Yo, let's go. That's pretty hype. Sacred Beast. Fly on Flammie for the first time.
Flammie can take you anywhere in the world you want to go.
Ramco, you got so big. Big and strong enough to carry all of us. All the little ones grow up so fast.
How was Karina's fighting style gonna
Remember
work?
that Flammie's power can only fly you around for so long.
Okay, that's how.
She'll revert back to her cub form when you
Well, that's how
land.
they acknowledge
Just
that.
use
That makes
the
sense.
Flammie drum to summon her whenever you need to fly.
Alright, that makes sense. So that's how they're gonna address that.
Whoa! Now then, what's your plan of action?
If
I guess it's-
may, would you be so kind as to return me to Lagrazzo?
She says it would be her pleasure.
Then, to Lagrazzo we go.
No, Aish, you're stuck with us.
Now then, with Ramco's permission, shall we be off to Lagrazzo?
There's probably something in those archives that can help us with the benevodons. Let's go.
I feel like this is a really good time to do, like, some side questing and also clean up the world. Or do I want to drop off? Let's drop off Aish
Ramco
first,
must really
though,
like the sound of that drum, huh?
We'll be
and see
relying
what our
on her a lot
task
from now
is.
on.
Thanks for all the help, Ramco.
How do I
You're
land?
the best.
Trying to land. I can't land? Help? There we go. You just have to wait. Oh, I can go here and see? Oh, this will be so much easier for checking side quests. This will be so much easier to look for side quests. Still not exactly ideal, but this will be a lot easier to check for them.
An excellent landing, young Ramco. Brava! Now then, I will begin the process of compiling what I observed within the sanctuary for analysis.
You're not going to help us with the benevodons?
Ah, it grieves me to say it, but I must decline. Though please keep in mind that I want a full report on your exploits. I will add it to my account of this historic situation we find ourselves in.
I suppose he is the best suited.
It's okay that you want to analyze your data, but please don't let the information that Coda entrusted you with turn into gossip.
Of course. Not to worry. I take great pains to compile my notes in secrecy.
If it isn't the head curator and the rest of the arms, you're safe. Oh, we were worried when we heard the benevodons were attacking the mana tree.
I am as well as can be expected, thanks to the mana goddess's barrier. Word of the benevodons' revival has spread, I see. Have you determined where the monsters have appeared, perchance?
Reports indicate that disaster is spreading to the lands that house the benevodons. Besseroth, benevodon of wind, has been spotted in the Vale of Longrin. And Tormarni, benevodon of the moon, near Aetern. Gandum, benevodon of water, was seen outside of Illistana. While the benevodon of wood, Florit, is stalking Vertius Burrow as we speak. Scribes have already been sent afield to collect what information they can.
Curious. The benevodon of fire has not been accounted for. Is there no word of Volkibel?
No reports out of the Tiania area as of yet. Our theory is that the fire benevodon still slumbers.
I see. I suppose that is good news. It seems you all have 4 benevodons to take care of at present.
There's supposed to be one more.
I can feel it. The flow of mana power in each
Maybe after you do
area
that
has
one
changed.
last.
You could start in any location, but time is of the essence.
No, it's not. We have plenty of time to do whatever we
Lord,
want.
An emissary of the goddess. What a singular wing shape. Would you mind if I sketched it?
I'm afraid I'm in a hurry.
We should get going too. Good luck, Aish.
Farewell. We will meet again soon, I'm sure.
Okay, so this is similar to how Trials of Mana the benevodons work. We can fight them in anywhere we want. I think in Trials of Mana though, you have to fight the Dark One last.
Let's focus on 4 monsters we know of. So Val, what'll it be?
Leave it to me. We can head out now.
This will be so much easier to actually look for side quests too.